that's going on with what the fuck I got going on. It's always good to hear somebody else's idea about shit like that.
Well,
Okay.
absolutely. I don't want it to feel like this is like personal attack.
No, ain't no attack.
Okay,
No,
cool.
this ain't USA versus Russia.
But
We
it's
good.
not.
We good. You heard me? We good out here. We outside. Goddamn. We
No,
outside.
it's just the thing of like, there's a lot of newness, of course.
Oh yeah.
So that would be very difficult, right, to decipher what you're gonna be like outside of that
Right.
honeymoon phase. I would call
Right.
it. And so there's things that will come with that.
Uh-huh.
It's about learning each other and being around each other a lot.
Right.
But
Right.
it's good that your conversation has started the way.
But the
it
convo,
started.
the convo super deep. Like we talk about shit that like most motherfuckers won't even tap into. You know what I'm saying? Like we getting deep. Like we talk about like her mother's passing. We talk about my uncle just passed away. We talk we get into shit like that to understand one another. You heard me? Yeah, we tapping in. Like we tapping in.
I do this shit for the people that moment. I don't do this shit for the family. I don't give a fuck about what you motherfuckers family do. I want to
Preach.
do it for the people that
Niggas like us.
everyday people that going to work doing what they gotta do every day. I want to do it for people like that. And when you hear what the fuck you doing, because
Yo.
we all blinded by all this famous shit. But nigga, we go through a lot of shit and go through a lot of shit to get to where we need to be.
Yeah.
People don't understand that shit. I like to hear from different people on different sides of where y'all came from. People are different.
Yeah.
You might handle things different from a different, like with men. You might take a nigga and let him do whatever he want. You know what I'm saying? It's different for different people. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be, I don't do that shit, but you might be like, well, I might, you know what I'm saying? I see the potential in the nigga, so I might, you know, see where it goes and this and that. But like I feel like with most people, like they just be like scared of like their feelings. Like people are scared to really be like into all this, all of it.
Right.
But sometimes it takes that push to get that person to where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
What's that push? What's
Oh,
push
yeah.
that you need to get that
The
person
push.
to that level?
Just for instance, like for you,
Okay.
I saw potential. That's why I didn't leave. And so I knew you could do more.
Good job.
I knew you could do more than what you was doing.
Emphasis on that.
Because I knew you could be more than what you was putting out. Like the people you was hanging around, I started getting mad because I knew that wasn't you. You was hanging around people who don't give a damn about their life.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
They've been in and out of jail. They don't care. You weren't like that. But when you start hanging around those people, you start acting that way. So when they start going away, the potential start coming back out towards you, where you're like, oh man, I want to do a podcast. I want to do this. I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, you got to what you wanted to actually do.
I feel like that's why I said with God, but I feel like He puts different obstacles. Like He take different people away from you so you can see them. Like, because I feel like a lot of people blind you from things that you need to do. There's people in your way, like to be like on some shit just to blind you what you really have to do in life.
Or do we put motherfuckers in your life, goddamn me, to let you understand, to help you grow, to help you build on yourself, to be like, okay, well, cool, you probably don't even know yourself just yet. Because a lot of motherfuckers, they know themselves. A lot of people don't even know their fucking purpose yet.
God put people in your life to be like, to show you, oh, I don't want to be like that. Let me remove myself from this person so I can grow.
Yeah, that piece.
Because it is though, like you have to.
Goddamn.
I don't know. People just have to like really like start using their head like with different things. Because I feel like people heads be on different type of shit. Like you worried about the wrong thing. Like people be worried about clubbing and really doing all this extra ass shit. Like when you got kids, bro.
When you have kids, you need to stay your butt at home.
Stay your ass at home, nigga.
You can have the
Raise
same
your
turn up
kids.
at your house for cheaper.
Okay.
You can buy the drinks, you can have food, turn up, you can pass out and not have to drive home drunk and something happens to you. You can be at home. But not even that. Stop going out every single night. You have kids. Tend to your kids.
But here's the thing though. Can they not like just be like, okay, well, tonight is about me. I'm
You can
schooling out.
you can have your night, but not every single night. Oh, I'm finna go out. I'm finna turn up. Where your kids at? Why is somebody watching your kids every day?
You're fine.
Stay home.
You're fine. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
But they don't know the damage they're doing on their kids.
Exactly.
Because
Because now your kids are growing up like, oh, my mama dressed like this. I'm gonna get me a girl like this.
Well, my mama always
and
outside.
you mad, then the mama mad because he brought up a type of female.
Right.
But you showed him that type of female. So if he's gonna bring home what he sees.
The sponges.
Ooh, wait a
The
minute.
sponge.
Do a lot of people? Do you think that a lot of kids, like when we growing up, do we stay like we bring home what we see our parents, like how our parents are? Like, say if they're a single mom, they bring all these type of hood niggas around. Do
Okay.
you feel like that person's gonna grow up and be in that?
So
Type?
what you see,
So yeah,
what you see is what you get.
So okay. Too.
Okay.
If your parents, you came from a parents where both of your parents are married,
That's what you go. That's what you gonna. That's what you gonna go
just
off
like
of.
they always,
but do you perceive that's all the time? But sometimes they don't always end up like that because that person ends up being where he be just wherever, having multiple baby mamas, doing whatever.
But sometimes
Female-
he may get caught. That person may get caught up in a situation where they do end up having multiple mothers for their children. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm not knocking that. I'm not trying to say that's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they're gonna mimic what they see. You heard me? So like for instance, let's say all I see is let's say my father was in my life.
Mhm.
All right. Now, speaking of that, so my father's not in my life, never been in my life ever. But y'all see me with Bird.
Mhm.
Y'all see how I am with Bird. Like Bird is like my everything. You heard me?
Mhm.
So like, just because I didn't see it doesn't mean that I'm not going to dish it out. You see what I'm saying?
What makes you
Because-
want to have
you're
it?
trying to
Well,
break the cycle.
Exactly. It's a
Okay.
cycle thing. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's just me tapping into my own mind, talking about, well, I don't want that for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want that for my kids. I don't want that for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yada yada. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, you gotta be careful of what you're putting out there for your listeners to see. You see what I'm saying? Because they ain't nothing but a motherfucking sponge. You hear me?
Right.
So when they see, like, let's say Bird just see me out here not in a relationship, and I'm just fucking from pillow to post. You heard me?
But she gonna check you off the rip though. We know how Bird.
Well, Bird
is, though.
different.
Bird gonna
Yeah,
check
but
your ass.
Bird
She
is
gonna be
different.
like,
Yeah,
why
she got a
you
lot of
here?
her daddy in her.
I'm
She gonna be
saying,
like,
Bird
nigga,
gonna
what the
check
fuck you
your
doing,
ass.
bro?
Like,
What you doing, bro? You need
Yeah.
to calm your ass down. She gonna say down too. She ain't gonna say down. She gonna say down.
your child's a lot different, bro. She gonna check you on that shit. Like, why you got different
Yeah.
females and
But also, you know what I'm saying, us as parents, we gotta be a whole lot more conscious of what the fuck we putting out there. You know what I'm saying?
type of energy. we put
Yeah,
out
the
there.
energy you put out is the energy you gonna get back.
Because kids are gonna copy what they see.
And I
You
just
can't
like
get mad
Mhm.
when they do, because you did it.
Yeah.
That's what they saw.
And I feel like with the pandemic, it's just supposed to open your eyes as a parent, bro. Just to really sit down and really see what your kids do. Because when you take them and let them go to school, nigga, you don't know what the fuck
They
do.
gone for 8 hours of a day, bro. They get raised by teachers.
You see how everybody
You hear me?
was when they was at homeschool. Everybody was ready for them to go back.
But yeah, exactly, because they didn't know they fucking kids.
But
see
they
what
know
I'm saying?
they kids.
Nah,
'Cause
you know your kids.
You know your
You know your
kids.
kid, but you don't know your kids.
Because on the weekend you're around them 24/7.
Not always.
Well, not always,
Some
but
people
some.
be throwing their kids off.
Well, you got some of these hoes. I don't know what's wrong with them. I'm
They
sorry.
ain't
Excuse
hoes,
me.
is
Carl.
they?
These hoes be on some other shit. I don't know.
Mhm.
But I mean, I can't knock you. You know what I'm saying? But Biden gave you the money. You got here. You doing your thing.
Now, Biden
And
giving the money, did he?
plane
Not
tickets.
fighting.
Plane tickets are cheap, so that's why they out here.
They outside. Straight up.
Everybody want to be outside, nigga. I'm not trying to be outside, nigga.
I'm trying to be inside where it's warm, cozy, cool, feel good underneath the covers.
Too much shit going on outside.
It is. There's a lot of shit outside. Diseases. They out here. You heard me? You hear me? But on some real shit though, we gotta be careful on what we're throwing out and what we're dishing out to our youngins. You know what I'm saying?
They watch what they watch on YouTube, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, one day your kid gonna pop out, nigga, and they gonna
He's standing
come out
up
trying
here
to go.
with a knife.
Yeah, with a knife. I done seen some shit with them with a motherfucking YouTube telling the kid, nigga, to go out there and stab their mom, their parents, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
That comes from parenting though.
But
I think that comes from parenting. Straight up. Think about it.
But
Oh,
some
no.
of his parents is iPad parents. And he's like, here, go take this iPad, go do what you got. I'm just being 100.
Now you let the internet raise your child.
We is, but some of it we screen time. Hell no, nigga. At a certain time, that shit cut off. You know what I'm saying? But like some of us, we like, hey, look, go do that. But we watch what the fuck. You gotta watch what your kids watch because nigga, bro,
Because if you not,
it's too much shit, bro. Like, cause
Yep.
now kids can't be kids, bro, because they'll show some shit. Like your kid, like I understand, like you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna speak on just like gay people, bro. Like if they gonna be that, bro, let them choose that, nigga.
right.
Don't try to put it in their face, and all they really know, oh, that's just right. Nah, nigga, let them
Because you're
learn
that
from
way.
that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Let
Uh-huh.
them learn from that shit instead of just putting that, like with all this shit, like some of these shows are good as fuck on TV, bro, but they don't have to put that in every fucking show, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of the situations, bro, it's not even really like that. If you really on some gangster type of shit, bro, that's not even in that shit like that because you'll be X'd out with the shit like that, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't knock the shit, bro. I ride with it, but it's just like, bro, you can't show some shit on TV. Like that's why I say you can't believe everything on TV because they show the shit on jail. Only thing that really show you really what jail, what it really happens, and that shit was 6 days in. That's real shit. That's real jail life. But how they put that shit on movies and shit, bro, that shit is fake. Man.
Right, but the thing is though, you gotta be extra careful of what you show or what you let your youngin watch and what you let your youngin do.
But
See
how
what
do
I'm
you
saying?
do that?
You do it by parenting. It's called parenting. See a lot. Listen, they never wrote a book on parenting. No one knows.
But okay, how do you know if you're doing too much parenting?
You'll never know.
No, I'm just
You'll
saying,
never
no,
know.
too much
You
parenting.
can't.
What I'm saying as far as like if you're being hard on your kid and making your kid shelter, bro, your kid's gonna be like, well, shit, I'm gonna be disobedient, so I'm gonna go try to figure out. Well, fuck what you
Don't
talking about.
shelter
I'm
your kid. Don't shelter them.
okay. That's what I'm
You know what I'm
saying.
saying? You
But
gotta-
most people
you
that
gotta
do
let them
that
experience
shit,
the world.
you know how that shit happens,
Yeah.
bro. Most people do
Okay,
that
look,
shit, and
okay,
it's
for
just like they
instance,
kids crazy.
Baby
as
bird
fuck.
mix, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like, I don't know. That's
Shit, Junior mix,
Yeah, you know
Junior
what I'm
mix,
saying?
nigga.
Okay, so cool. Okay, so boom. So when I chop it up with Bird, I tell her, hey, look, the world, your peers, they gonna look at you as a black woman.
Yeah.
You're not mixed to them.
Yeah.
You're a black woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I have to have those type of talks to her. I have to have those talks like, okay, well, you gotta know
Does
when
her
you get
mom do
stopped
that?
by the cops. Well, see, no, that's a difference though. Cause see, her mama ain't never had to do that because she white. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, it's my responsibility as her father to teach her, hey, look, you gotta understand, you are not like your white counterparts. Even though you live in a suburb area and you go to school with predominantly white people, even though niggas is moving in and out there, I don't mean to say niggas, but you know what I'm talking about, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? But even though
Like
our color is moving in, you know what I'm saying, making more money, doing things like that, you still gotta understand that you are a black female.
when the
So,
day-
so when that time
comes,
comes that you get pulled over by the cops, I gotta teach you, I gotta walk you through it. I gotta walk you
do
through
you
that.
think that
You know what I'm saying?
nowadays,
Because-
is that
because if
that
Ashley get
normal?
pulled over,
Like that's how
If
you have
Ashley
to
get
do.
pulled over, she ain't do no tripping. She on the phone. She done pulled her phone, got her pocket. She done,
Mom,
dad, mom.
Mom, I'm over
You know what I'm saying? Whoop, my, yeah, I want to corner 6-4 in Ferguson. I want to corner 6-4 in Ferguson in Dallas. I ain't got pulled over. You know what I'm saying?
Why she out there?
You know what I'm saying? Because she fucking with the Quan. That's why she out there. She fucking with the Quan. That's why she went there. You heard me? You hear me? You
We
know
gonna make
what I'm
a
saying?
shirt with this say fuck with the Quan, nigga.
Then Daquan that nigga.
Yeah.
Daquan that nigga, bro.
No,
For real.
I mean, it's like nowadays you have to teach your kids, like in the black households now, like you have to teach your kids nowadays, like bro, like you get pulled over with the police, just go with everything they say, or you know what I'm saying. You have to actually teach them.
Yeah.
That's crazy, the bitch, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to protect the service, nigga. How the fuck am I supposed to have to teach my kid? Oh, you know, just make sure you doing everything they say so you don't get shot, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, but you have to because the world we live in right now. The world we're living right now is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So black woman, black male, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be on your P's and Q's when you get pulled over. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with us to teach them. Like old boy that lost his life. You know what I'm saying? He tried to hop back in the whip. He called his mama beforehand. She told him to comply. He had no reason to hop into the whip. You know what I'm saying? Just like that cop had no reason to pull her motherfucking gun and shoot him in the,
That's why I'm saying
goddamn chest.
some
You heard?
situations, like you know what I'm saying. I just feel like I'm not gonna say all, you know what I'm saying, for niggas to hate me, nigga, but like some niggas put themselves in that situation, like bro, comply, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You moving and fidgeting and doing all this is all the reason for them to shoot, go around and shoot you.
Right.
I was at gunpoint by Denton PD, nigga, at 16. Fool. I know how it felt, bro. We almost lost our life that night, bro.
Right.
Because my homeboy flinched.
Right.
And they said it. If they would have said it one more time, I knew he was gone, bro.
Yeah. They're pulling trigger.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was like, stop moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta be
Nigga,
still. It's crazy.
You have to be.
Bro, there's videos out. I saw this video the other day. This white male in a truck had a gun on him, whole nine, and drove off from the motherfucking me cops. You heard me?
You talking about the white boy?
Yeah, in
You see
that
you see
red little
white boy-
pickup
You see
truck,
that white boy that was running off? He was all in, I think he was underwear running around and shit.
bro.
And the
It's
laws, they was running away from the nigga.
but it's
They were
crazy how
running away from the nigga.
they apprehend them cats, but they shoot us first and ask questions the next week.
We stupid.
You heard me?
They lied.
You know what I'm saying? That's why us as parents, we gotta walk our children through that. We gotta let them know, especially whether they're mixed, black. If you mix, you're black. Period. Because that's how the world gonna look at you. You know what I'm saying? yeah, they gonna say, okay, you mix whatever, but at the end of the motherfucking day, you black. You don't feel like no application to say your background, your race background. It don't have a mixed version on it. Even if you put other, and you say what it is, they gonna say, man, you black. What the hell? You check African American. Check it. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy because but that's just what it is. So we have to be cautious, and we have to you know what I'm saying, teach our youngins that, hey, look, when you get pulled over, this is what you got to do. Have everything on the dashboard. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. That type things. Don't make no sudden moves. Things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because your life is at stake. Because you don't know what the hell that cop done been through that whole morning. You heard me?
He probably on some bullshit.
Do you hear me? And they'll fuck around and take their aggression out on you for no goddamn reason.
Mostly, I feel like most situations, that's what happens. Just the aggression getting took out for another person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what happens. And
what you guys say, Ziz? Chunk it up there. No? Yes? But I
know, like when you do have a kid, I know that's gonna be in your. Like if they get pulled over, like, look, I need you to do this and that, just to be safe. Call me, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you call me and have me on the phone.
So, I think a lot of times
swing that.
Education is important.
Mm-hmm.
Education is very important. For people to teach their children the right way to do things, but I think at the same time, it shouldn't be that we are suppressing our children to be who they are. You know, a lot of times I hear people say things like, you know, because we're black, this, and that, right? So we already put that into our, which is not saying that that's not okay, right? Because we are, all of us in our own, whatever race, creed, ethnicity you are unique in your own right. None of us are more special than anybody else, right? You know it as like, we're all God's children because he put us here all together for a reason. But when we're teaching our kids, it doesn't have to be, you know, because you're black, this and this and this and the third, because that's what they're looking for at every turn. And then if it doesn't happen, they're just always apprehensive about, oh my goodness, anxiety because of this.
Right.
What we have to preface that with is that we're trying to that you don't have the same experience that I did. I think it's important, like in your situation, to explain that to your kids of like, hey, your dad has been there. My dad shared that with me in situations like that. And I think that's important because then
you're aware.
It helped me. It even helped me like in my, it made me aware. And he said, you know, in where we live and the things that you experience aren't exactly what I experienced, but he's like, just know that it could have been a different outcome. Right. So in his situation, he was like, I shouldn't have been there. Period. Right. So that's the thing about it is that we have to make sure that we are letting children know, not just our kids, but any kids, that we're trying to create something better. Right. It's your responsibility to do the right things, to be in the right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I do understand that people say, man, that's a lot of pressure. These other kids, don't look at that, right? We know the world we live in currently, and we apply to that. And we're trying to make it better so that one day, you know, when your children are older, they're going to go, I don't even know what they're talking about. The whole world is mixed, this, that, and the third. Nobody knows what. We don't have no boxes to check anymore because we are trying to create a better environment for them. And so just trying to put them in a mindset of future focus, right? So that I won't ever be in that situation. And if I am, my parents have prepared me. This is what I'm going to do. So in a certain sense, hey, I know that this is a possibility, but I also know we're trying to do better so that kids won't get that anxiety. Because I feel like as Black people, the world suppresses us a lot of times, but we suppress ourselves.
Yeah, of course.
That's why I was trying to say with the Blacks, like, it's like with the Black community, I feel like because we suppress ourselves. That's why we don't help each other. That's why we don't really think about it. Just really common sense. If we think about it, bro, if we help each other and actually like just be like, hey, just help a hand with somebody, or just put a bunch of people just to help out a community. I feel like a lot of black people see that and be like, well, shit, we can do it too. Black Wall Street, like he said, Black Wall Street. I feel like if it's gonna take a group of people to get everybody on the same type of page to be like, shit, we can do the same thing they doing. You know what I'm saying? Besides they,
Jewish did it.
yeah,
They've been doing it.
they did. They've been.
Well, and that's the thing about it too is, for me personally, I don't say I want to do what they're doing. I want to make what I'm doing
Yeah.
okay,
Okay.
right? It's accepted. It's something that is, I don't want to say becomes normal, but it's a thing of that. I'm not chasing the Joneses all the time. That's what success looks like. So that's where I have to be. Or this is what creative minds and innovators and all that.
But
they
the
took
crazy
that route.
thing,
But-
is though, is that society makes us think that success you have to be a rapper, or football player.
But who's society though?
No, that's society that they built for us to make us think that way. So we have to.
That was
break the norm
in
of
our
there.
head. I ain't gonna lie, that was in our head long. Like that's how we thought when we was growing up. Like you had to play football. You had
That's
to
the
do
only way you can make it out. You
something.
got to be a rapper,
make it out.
football, whatever. You
Now
could be a
you
successful
can do
business
whatever
owner or
you
whatever.
want to do.
You know what I'm saying?
You could be on social media and be whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now they have that option. We didn't have that option. We were just
It was instilled in your mind. You gotta play
think
sports,
about,
get out.
and I always thought about with football players. Think about a lot of more football players that have been known just off of social media. That weren't on there to have videotapes and do this and that. A lot of
Right.
people have been more.
But we also need to understand that if people choose not
Yeah.
to do those things,
Yeah.
and people choose to do something else,
Yeah.
that it's okay for them to do something else.
That's another thing. People hate on people doing
Yes,
different things that
For
they're not
so long,
supposed
and
to.
then they're like, I never knew this person was out here doing A, B, and C, making these moves, and then now they're a millionaire, this and that. What I'm saying is that success looks like success for you.
There's
Success
different
looks
routes
like-
to a millionaire.
and some of us don't want to get there.
Yeah.
Some
But-
of us don't want to pay
But
taxes
people,
on $1 million.
don't
I
even.
mean, who wants
Some
to pay
of us-
tax on $1 million? I don't.
Yeah.
Straight up, I ain't trying to do no
Yeah.
fucking. No.
Yeah.
no.
But it's all about
Yeah.
common sense too, dude. It's not even too many people just being dumb, bro. It's common sense.
But it's a lot of what you said earlier is a lot of what you see, but you also have a responsibility. We take a lot out on our parents to say, well, if my mama would have done, or if my dad,
It's not even about them.
It's not about them.
It's not really about that.
Because you see the people, the kids that have everything, they'll end up being not shit.
Right.
Well,
And the
thing
kids
is,
that don't have shit end up being something.
when it's all how what you surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
If you see, I tell people this even when I'm teaching classes. I say, not everyone is going to go to college. I'm a person who went to college, but not everybody is going to go.
We went to your college, by the way.
but
Both
what
of them. We tore their ass up. Just want to throw that out there.
stop. But what I
It wasn't
will,
good. It wasn't good.
but what
Yeah.
I will say is, what is your career path and what do you want to do? If you want a career, whatever it is, I'll ask people that. What is it that you want to do? So then you start from here's where I want to be at whatever time period, right? Because everybody gets there when they get there,
Right.
and then work your way back. What does it take for me to get there? Does it require a degree? Does it require trade school? Does it require me just going out
Yeah.
here and taking a couple online this and that to learn the trade? What is it you want to do? And then start and then
Do a lot of
back
people hit their goal
from
right
there.
when they set it? If the mark that they set it, do they
Okay.
hit their goal?
Here's the
Yeah.
deal.
Do a lot of people do that? I don't feel like a lot of people do. I feel like it happens after. Like a lot of things happen after. Like you said at 30, like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do at 30, but it doesn't come until like 35.
But you don't need to tell yourself in advance because so and so didn't make it by
At this
30.
certain-
So if
okay.
I don't set
Okay,
yourself
yeah.
up for it. No, you tell yourself, you become disciplined enough to say at 30 years old, I am going to become A, B, and C.
Yeah.
Right.
This is what I'm going to do. And you keep pushing yourself, but then and only then on that 30th birthday when you want to blow the candles out or whatever is when you say, oh, I didn't hit such and such. But guess what I did do? I did all the steps that I needed to do, but I was missing this one little piece. But you
Mhm.
worked your butt off to get to that point. Because if you put that caveat in at the beginning, like, well, I mean, I could do that, but so and so didn't do that till 30. Don't stop comparing yourself. Start with the end. Begin with the end in mind. And in the end is at 30 years old.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be this, and so at 30 years old, you're gonna become that
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Okay.
So
But here's the
that's
thing.
just my thought.
You're a teacher, right?
I am. So I'm a trainer.
Okay.
I'm a trainer, and then yes, I teach classes.
Okay, so boom. How do you feel about them teaching in middle school up to high school about shit that you're not even gonna need in life? They don't teach you about how to balance a checkbook. They don't teach you about how to, you know what I'm saying? They teach you about history after 1865.
Okay,
They
before
don't go over
1865.
how you
Yeah.
can mess up your credit.
Yeah,
and
they
all
don't
that
teach.
stuff.
They don't teach you about real life shit, but they try to prepare you for college. You see what I'm saying? But it's like,
Well, I'm gonna go back to the point that you made.
girl,
To
make your
go
point.
back to that is that you said that we need some people who have children
Right,
need to learn how to parent.
right.
Right? Is that what you said?
But there's no book about it.
There's no book about it. You said that. You said there's no book on parenting. There's no whatever.
Mhm.
Cool thing though is that you went through a lot of stuff
Mhm.
to then come out on top of it to tell your kids later. Guess what? I'm gonna teach you how to wash the dishes when you're 5 years old. I'm gonna
Right.
teach you how to count money at the table. When I
Yeah.
go to the bank, when I go to the ATM, I want you to tell me what this bill is and who's on this bill, right? To start preparing them
Right.
for the real world.
Show more attention to your kids. That's basically like, because I feel like a lot of people just, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? They show their attention, but they doing sports and shit. They're all whatever. But like this the small shit that they need to know, like you're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people need to, you know, do that, spend that time, teach
Yeah.
them
A
little
lot of
small
parents
shit,
are
man.
Throwing the tablet and the TV to learn it, for kids to learn instead of
Your
actually.
kid gonna end up being a serial
and going
killer.
over. So,
Like that white boy shot that gay club in Florida. You heard me?
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you don't,
Wild.
And nigga wasn't talk right.
he wasn't talk right.
He wasn't talk right. Goddamn.
And he got away. And he got arrested. He
No,
didn't-
he got apprehended. Big difference. He got apprehended. You know what I'm saying? If that was a nigga that shot. They knew he was armed and dangerous and went to the apartment. They went and picked his ass up and got him McDonald's on the way to the motherfucking jail cell.
fucked up.
Let that have been me. And knowing that I'm armed and dangerous, they'd have shot the whole apartment up. They'd have blew that in the throne up and blew that bitch up.
Shit, back in the day, they blew up some projects in Chicago, nigga. I want to say, nigga, they blew up some like the project, nigga. They blew that bitch up.
That's all.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
probably was a nigga though.
It was Black Panther,
Right?
nigga.
Yeah, you hear me?
So yeah,
Yeah, they
you know
fear
what I'm saying?
they fear that though. They fear that.
Yeah. Y'all have anything, ladies, y'all want to say? No,
No.
no.
Let's talk about Daquan and goddamn me. Nah, we bullshit. We bullshit. We ain't even tap into that. We ain't even tap into that. 18.2 goddamn.
I'm not for the fuck with you, bro.
Don't fuck
But yeah,
with this shit.
yeah, man.
You gonna fuck with me?
It's another episode. Keep it solid, bro. Glad y'all tuning in with us. Fuck with
What's
us.
up? What's up? Fuck with us.
Follow me on YouTube,
All that.
Facebook.
All that.
I'm gonna fuck around with Instagram. I don't know.
You gotta give them the YouTube.
keep it solid.
Yeah, I'm down to say.
I'm
That
not
was so
gonna play with
stupid.
you, man.
my goodness, it's sleep.
Your foot is asleep.